Hi, my name is Hesper Hyman, and this is my EDL 951 Module 1. So, a little bit about me. I have been in education for 19 years now. This is my first year in a new school system, and I've spent the last 12 years in a previous school system in another state. And so, I also spent 5 years in banking and customer service, kind of in between. After about 6 years of education, I kind of got a little disillusioned with things and didn't know if that was my career path. So kind of took a break from it and then realized I loved education, so came back to it. My husband Cody and I have been married for almost 22 years now. In about 2 months, we have two sons that are both out of high school. One's graduating college this semester, and one's getting married in June. We also live in a ranch in the very northeast section of New Mexico. My sons are currently the fifth generation on the ranch, so I kind of think of ranching as kind of my second or sometimes my third job, depending on everything that we have going on. So about my professional life, I currently work at Clayton Municipal Schools in Clayton, New Mexico. This is my first year at this school system. I teach computer and technology as well as career development for grades 9 through 12. I also teach one junior high class in typing. I also am in charge of a time period for the whole school that we do, which is called CCR, College and Career Readiness. It's a 30-minute block that we take and then teach not only those career skills, but also some soft skills and different things like that. Previously, I taught at Texline ISD. It's a small K through 12 school in the northwest corner of Texas. I taught there for 12 years before I came over to CMS. Prior to that, I was in banking for about 5 years, and then before that, I taught for 6 years. I am currently working with FHSU on my master's in administration. I started in the fall of 2018, and I'm very excited to be done with that this spring and looking forward to finding an administrative position, hopefully in my area. So kind of a critical reflection over our administration and their policies. Our superintendent has been with CMS for 7 years now. She's an amazing woman. I really look up to her and everything that she has done for the school and for the community. Some of the things, she collaborates almost daily with one or more of the principals. She has open communications. She's constantly communicating with staff as well as through the principals. And I have seen her work with the school board on policies and in budgets. She's just a really amazing lady. She's very visible in not only the school, but in the community. She goes to a lot of functions, whether they are school related or not. And she really is constantly upholding the vision of the school. Sometimes in a kind of smaller school system that we're in, we have 183 kids, I believe, in 9 through 12 right now. The community can put a lot of pressure on the administration, and I think that happens anywhere. But if you have one or two students that are having issues, it suddenly becomes the superintendent or the principals that have caused the problem. And so that can really rile up a community. And I think she's done a really good job over the last 7 years, just really sticking with what the vision for Clayton Municipal Schools is and just really getting out there in the community and trying to get as many people on board with that as possible. When we look at the principals, we have an elementary principal that this is her first year, a junior high principal, which is actually, she's the head teacher. She is completing her administrative degree and is, I believe she completed in December and is going to be taking her certification this spring. And then we have a high school principal that has had 2 years of experience, but this is her first year at Clayton High School. The thing I love about all three of our principals is that they are very visible in the classroom, in all the other schools. They take a very active role, not only with the teachers, but with the students and the parents. Very community oriented. You can see one, if not all three of them, at almost every basketball game, every school function. They are parts of the community. Their husbands have businesses in the community, so they're just very active. And like I said, they're very active with all the teachers. I know that with any of the principals, if I needed help with anything, and they have been a great resource, I have to say, for me with going through my master's. So if I look at different policies that CMS has that I feel like are there for the betterment and the protection of the students. This year, we have a strategic plan that was put in place last uh, winter, I believe it was, around February and March. The community got together with the administration, some business leaders in the community, parents, some students, and they came together and talked about different things that they felt like CMS needed to be doing better with their students. And so from that, they divided up into a lot of groups. They came up with these 3 strategic points that we're working on, and this is K through 12. So this is happening throughout the whole school. And it was a really great way to get the community involved in what they want to see with the students that are coming out of Clayton schools. We've had a bond project that's been they've been working on for about 2.5 years now, I believe. This has been a large bond project, one of the first that Clayton has ever passed. So there needed to be a lot of updates brought in. Some of the security features, such as the codes to get into all the schools. You have to have a key fob to get into all the schools, or you have to be buzzed in. So we're really trying to help secure the students as much as possible. Just a lot of new safety issues. The school just needed a lot of work. We have a lot of safety policies also that pertain to drugs, weapons, and bullying, as well as wellness policies for mental health and physical health. So I've listed here several of the policies. Of course, this isn't all of them, but these are some of the ones that really stuck out to me. Of course, equal educational opportunities. All students have the right to learn, and then their student due process rights. Our students aren't just there to be mindless robots. They need to understand that if they have questions and they have concerns, what is the procedure for them? And our student harassment and bullying and cyberbullying prevention has really been a hot topic here lately. And we have a lot of students that, just didn't understand what the policy was and where it was there. So we have brought that out in the CCR time and talked about it with all the students. And I think it's been great to have an open door policy on what is the school stand on it. Student concerns, complaints, and grievances. It also talks about, we have here the weapons in school. That also would cover, we also have the policies, of course, for drug and alcohol. And then student discipline, how are students going to be disciplined in the instances where things are just not being followed correctly. My personal knowledge, I watched several of the other videos, and my personal knowledge isn't as high as a lot of you guys, so I hope to learn a lot during this class. I have been a part of many committees over the 19 years, of course, talking about changes in policies and procedures and updating content and just different things like that. So I think I have a pretty good understanding on those areas. I've also been a head teacher for different sections. When I was with Text Line, I was 4th and 5th math and science, so I was really over a lot of the elementary math and science. I also currently attend and record all of the school board meetings for the school, and so that has really opened my eyes a lot this year on some of just the background stuff that I really know that I don't know as much of, and I really need to delve deeper into. So what is my plan and the things that I feel like I need to focus on and learn? Of course, all my classes with FHSU have been great. It's brought a more depth to my knowledge, I feel like, other than the basis of what I see other administrators do or the little bit that I have been a part of. But it really backs up, what is behind these policies and procedures that we do. What's the legalities of them? What is, why are we doing what we do? I plan to spend a lot more time with the administrators. They have been super throughout my process of getting my master's in helping me and going through my objectives with me. So that has been amazing. But I still know that I have a lot that I can learn from them. And then I know that I'm going to have to constantly continue my own research in policies and procedures because things are constantly changing, whether they're at my school system or they're national or they're federal, or there's something that's going on in another school system that I feel like could be a great benefit to us. I want to constantly try to stay on top of all those things. Thank you for listening to my video, and I really look forward to everything that's coming up with this class. Thank you so much.